day, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Shut the fuck up! Good. Shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down, and we can begin this ridiculous event known as the press conference. You can all feel comfortable and take your mask off if you want, or leave them on. It doesn't matter to me. It's whatever you want. I've had the vaccinations. I am more than fully vaccinated. I had the 2 Pfizers, and then I decided to get the 2 Modernas, and then I figured, what the fuck? And I went out and got the Johnson & Johnson single shot. It was after I got the Johnson & Johnson shot that my testicles grew little bat wings. But I would rather have bat wings on my nuts than get the COVID. So now, you couldn't give me COVID if you shoved a vial of coronavirus up my ass and had an infected elephant sneeze in my face. Gabish? So, put on the mask, put on a hat, wear your bra backwards, braid your nut hair, put your armpits in a pigtail. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Good. Let's move on, shall we? As you know, we are always looking to upgrade this team through trades and free agency. There have been whispers about some names that we're looking at in a possible trade. Guys like Tom Trush, Frank Tepedino, Jake Gibbs, Lindy McDaniel, Jack Aker. Yes, we're looking at all of them, and if we think they can help our team, we'll bring them in here, okay? It's all about winning. Al Davis said, just win, baby. Vince Lombardi said, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. Casey Stengel said, stinkers are the difference between having pudding in your underpants and not having pudding in your underpants. And Casey was right. So don't be surprised if there are some announcements in the near future. Are we crystal clear now? Good. We do have an injury report, and here it is. The doctors have determined that Stanton is a little China doll. Yep. Oh, yeah, he has China doll disease. His prunes are made of the same glass that light bulbs are made of, and you know how easy they are to break. Yeah. So Stanton has light bulb nuts. Makes sense, right? Fucking guy pulls a hamstring wiping his ass. Pulls a forearm buttering toast, dislocates a knuckle picking his nose, and ripped his rod right out by the roots while he was slapping the carrot. And of course, he comes back and we put him right in the 2 or 3 slot in the lineup. I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe he isn't a 2 or 3 hitter now. Maybe China dolls who haven't done shit in 3 years and come off the injury report should be hitting 8 or 9 when they come back. Print that. Here are some other minor injuries. Higashioka has mildew on his nuts. The heat is so bad that when he puts his cup and pads on to catch, it creates an environment that's dark and hot and moist, which is good for making yogurt and growing mushrooms. But he wasn't putting enough powder on the little boy, so now he has moss growing all over his crotch. It's okay. It's okay. We had the stadium groundskeeper come in and put down some lime, a little weed and feed, and we'll just have to wait a bit to see if we need to do some grub control as well. And that's that with the injuries. So, let's talk baseball. Okay. What's up with the 6, 7, 8, and 9 hitters in this lineup? Murderers row. It's more like Marilyn Monroe. Everyone is batting under 200. I mean, what the fuck is happening in baseball? In 1962, the Mets had better 6, 7, 8, and 9 hitters. The horrible 60s Dodgers won because of the pitching, not because of that offense. They had one of the weakest hitting teams of all time, and their 6, 7, 8, and 9 hitters were better than us. Does anybody remember any lineup in the past that had 4 or 5 regular guys hitting under 200? I don't understand. See the ball, hit the ball, but what the fuck do I know? Okay, look. I know we've only played 58 games so far, which leaves us what, if my math is correct, over 2,000 games to play the rest of the season. So it's early. It's like sex. We're only at the point where the clothes are still coming off. The sweaty grunting doesn't happen until August. Capiche? But the point is, this division is tough. Oh yeah, sure, the glory holes are sitting in last place like normal, but the cramping Rays and the Blow Jays are right there, and of course, Boston is like sand in a condom. Do you know what I mean? You ever put a condom on and it has sand in it? It's like the princess and the pea. You know that story? Anyway, it happens a lot when I'm at the beach and me and the missus are about to get busy and I throw on the raincoat and it has some sand in it. And it feels like I'm having my floors redone, except it's happening to the meat on my Johnson. It's like somebody is sanding the floor with my Johnson. Well, anyway, that's what Boston is like. I hope I made that crystal fucking clear. And now I must leave, but before I go, let me say this about that. I respect Boston. I love the city of Boston. I love the people of Boston. I love that Boston and New York are on the same team, if you know what I mean. But I don't like the Red Sox. I respected Jazz, and I respected Williams, and I love Rico Petrocelli because he was Italian, and any player who put on the uniform, but I don't like them. Why? Because I was taught to hate Boston in baseball and the Eagles in football. And that's that. We need to beat Boston. It's just that simple. Now, all you beat reporters have your stories. And why do they call you beat reporters? It's because I want to beat each one of you about the head and neck. But I respect you chubby-fingered boobs, too. So go do your thing, and I'll do mine. And now I am off to be with my team. Cheech! Laporte! I said to print what I said about Spain.